Yang Shaolin Kung Fu School. The chief instructor is Jeff Bolt, and I'll turn it over now to Mr. Bolt.
Your particular interest for Not to determine how long or short I make this. Okay. Basically, traditional Tai Chi has two different parts to it. One, the health aspect of it, and two, the martial arts aspect of it. And anyone teaching Tai Chi can emphasize one or the other or both aspects of Tai Chi. I'll be going over both parts today. Okay, first of all, I just want to elaborate on the health aspect of it. Tai Chi is practiced worldwide, especially in China. I don't know if you've seen on TV where you've seen thousands, people, hundreds of people in the park in China practice. Well, the older people in China, they realize that they need some sort of exercise to maintain their health. You'll hear me say a lot of things that are similar to what Mike said concerning yoga, but they do have the same foundation. Some of the things will be similar. Okay, another thing you think about is one, there's no such thing as dying of old age. Okay, you die because an organ quits working. A lot of exercises that you may do will not exercise the internal organs. When you're jogging, your muscles are tight, your organs are bouncing up and down, but the circulation within those organs and the chi flow around those organs are not being emphasized. What Tai Chi does is emphasizes the relaxing of those muscles and breathing at the same time to exercise internally to increase the blood flow circulation, but also the chi flow. Okay, the Chinese say, if your chi stops or your blood stops, you die. Okay. Think about your body temperature. What makes your body warm? Oh, it's blood circulating in your body. What does that mean? If you get a pump and you circulate blood in a dummy, it's going to be 98.6. Maybe not. There's an energy that flows through your body. And anyone who is into the internal martial arts especially realizes it. Okay. There are different methods that we do to practice relaxing. Go ahead and continue some of these forms here. Sandra and Robert are demonstrating some of the forms. Go ahead and okay, one thing they're doing here is practicing a deep breathing in a moving situation. And by practicing while moving the deep breathing, you're stretching different parts of the body at different times in coordination with the breathing. As you stretch your muscle one way, you're breathing, you open up that muscle, you're temporarily at that point increasing circulation to the part where the muscle is laying together. Same way with your organs. Your organs just laying there. They can bounce up and down, but yet they're still laying there. The only way to exercise the internal organs is to totally relax inside. Practice your deep breathing from the abdomen and continue the motion with the deep breathing. All the motions that they're doing is coordinated with the breath. This is the exhale over here. Inhale. And exhale. Okay. One thing this does, again, through relaxing the muscles. If you think of the chi flow, everyone has the chi flow. You see the small light between my fingers here. Okay, the muscles are tight. Everyone has the chi flow. It flows through these parts here. But you notice the holes are very, very small. Well, through relaxing the muscles, and coordinating deep breathing to help push the chi. The muscles relax, therefore the chi, as you actually breathing, make the passageway larger to show chi to pass. If you think of it in that sense, it's the only way I know how to explain it. It may not be totally true, but it's a good way to think about the chi flow. And as you emphasize the deep breathing from the abdomen content 2 inches below the navel, then you sort of create a pumping system in the lower abdomen to get the chi going. Circulates through the body, through the circulatory system, around the passageway in the front and down the whole body. Okay. One thing we want to do right now is go ahead and go through the first Tai Chi set. It lasts about 5 minutes. The full set of 108 forms will last at least 30 minutes. So we'll do the first part of the first set. And we'll do that first. And each part, all the forms will be coordinated with breathing. And you'll notice a lot of different movements. You breathe in certain situations, breathe out in certain cases. That stretching is very important, as with yoga. The stretching, when they get to a position where they stretch, and they stretch the muscles out, it's very, very healthy to stretch. Okay, Tai Chi is doing that in a continuous motion as well, so you get the same health benefits as Mike mentioned in yoga. Okay, we're going to do the first part and last. We'll do a semi-fast about 3 minutes. maybe last that portion twice as long as it did. But all the breathing is the same. And I didn't want to bore you, so there were 7 minutes on what to do this morning. But in the regular class, for meditation purposes, we'll go through all this. Through the motion again, through the stretching the body, through the deep breathing, you get the health benefits of it. Mentally, also, one thing we try to do when you do the form is to put your mind in that state, sort of self-hypnosis. When you get into Tai Chi, you're aware of everything that's going on, but you don't care. It seems like a cloud surrounding the body. And when you get in, I mentioned that keyword, when you get into Tai Chi, when you understand, when you become part of Tai Chi, you know what I mean. Right now at the beginning, if you're going through it, you're going to breathe slow, you'll be bored. Unless you understand what Tai Chi is. Or after you practice for a while, you get into it. When we do this form at regular speed, you don't feel like stopping. You get very, very much interested. Now after it's all finished, you spend at least 5 minutes stretching and coming out of it very, very slow. Any questions on the health benefits of Tai Chi? The next aspect of Tai Chi, to complete the full realm of what Tai Chi is the martial arts application of Tai Chi. There's a lot of people who teach Tai Chi. It's very good. They teach for health and so forth, but they may not have an idea of what the martial arts aspects of Tai Chi. Originally, Tai Chi is a martial art. It's an internal martial art. It's practiced from the inside out. And you ask what that means, inside out. Well, Shaolin, that we'll be doing a little bit later, we practice from the outside in. We practice punch, kick, and you get the smoothness little by little. Whereas Tai Chi, you start out very smooth, and little by little get very, very fast. So when you apply Tai Chi as a self-defense, it is extremely fast. But you emphasize the stepping and coordination. One thing that Tai Chi does is emphasizes the correctness of form. For example, here, the next one will be to step out to your canopy, and then in with the power, and with the attack. Okay. And emphasize that to a high degree, so that by the time you do practice it a lot quicker, you're coordinated to do that. You start practicing now, your coordination will all be off, you'll be able to get the mind. So that's what I mean by starting from the inside working out. The philosophy of the martial art in general is the same. One you start from the inside works out, the other one starts the other way, and they end up in the same place. Both moves, both very powerful. Some will just have different techniques. Okay, the forms that you just now saw us do, the Tai Chi sequence, is all a martial arts sequence. You'll see many different Tai Chi forms. Some of them will be higher than others. If you think about it, for example, the traditional Tai Chi form for brush knee is this. Okay, you can imagine older people in China, they start to do that, heck with that, I'll do it this way. Okay, so you see how a lot of the Tai Chi forms may have been developed little by little to accommodate the health aspects only, and whereas the martial arts aspect was that important. So the Tai Chi that I emphasize here is low posture, wide form, low posture, that will especially be applicable in the martial arts situation. Okay, one thing is very important. For example, let's say he pushes his hand. I'll give my center body very low, so I want to try to up move. And all I have to do with coordination of the body. One thing we're going to do is a foundation with the leg, block to the side, push the leg. That's exactly what the sequence teaches, right? I step, I push. So we use the right techniques in the case of the application point. Okay, and again, I was demonstrating before how we practice some of our stepping in this sequence. We'll practice that for you. Another example would be a typical pushing hand. The first pushing hand is very fundamental. What we're going to do here is practice the sensitivity of what we're doing. Someone pushes, how do we react? I turn, I make the body turn the other way. He pushes right on my chest, push right towards his. I'm not going to resist. If he starts to push me, and I start to turn and he resists on this side, he pushes in. I can feel that through the sensitivity training. So if I push and he blocks me and I try to go this side, then what happens? Okay, so we want to build up this sensitivity. Whereas if I come in and he resists my block, just by feeling, I don't think about it. We'll be going quickly, and he'll resist one time, he'll come in. So everything's by how. What he does will determine what you do. Other forms, we have many different fundamental forms. I'm going to do all of them. I just go through some of them. One is a double punch. And we practice sensitivity with both hands. We practice rotation. And then there's rotation. For example, someone can touch here, turn, rotate, and get on the feet. Just by feeling what he's doing. If it's not convenient for me to do that, I won't do that. Whatever is applicable at that particular time. The other one is push, step, I pull back, step, push, come back the other way, push, nope, push my leg, push my leg, push my leg. The fact is that both sides, one from me attacking, two from him absorbing it. But he doesn't want to resist it. Anytime, if I'm here, if I don't resist it, then I can use his power to your advantage. If I resist it, that's dangerous for me. I'll just act right away. I don't want to do that. Other applications, for example, he punches. Okay, once he makes a commitment to me, his power is going that way. And he has to do it. Okay. Other applications, whereas the punches come in. Here, step. The other one. He pushes in. Step. I get his power to the side. And that's the weak spot there. So that's what the Tai Chi emphasize. Punching. Here. And get him off the weak side. Another, where you push. Step around. And have it. The Tai Chi will have his closeness with each other all the time. He'll push. We practice two different sets. Remember, I'll pull, but he won't resist it. He'll follow. Turn around on me. Turn around. done it. And we had this drill over and over to practice, each of us following that. So, we're kind of making up things as we go here. We have no idea what we're going to do. Okay, if he pulls me, he steps back and pulls. If I resist here, he uses power, I'm going to fall down. Whereas he starts to use power right away, I follow. So what the martial arts application is trying to do is to heal the situation and then take care of it. Show you. And there's a two-man set that practices with these applications. We're doing part of it right now. We do the first part, but you can see how it blends from one to the other. The main thing we want to emphasize is if the punch comes in here, I go in with it. If it comes inside, I start to go with it. He makes a move to the other side to take care of it. In this case, stepping in, he would make another move. So there's no situation where I'm going to hit. If I do this, I just turn and take care of it in that sense. It's all based upon the sensitivity training and the movement, the applications portion of it is very, very fast. Okay. And in addition to the part of the okay, we have, I'll keep this short. In addition to applications training with the hands, we also have weapons and Tai Chi. What was formed, part of the nail-bladed sword, we also have the Tai Chi staff and the box. And breathing is the same as the regular step. Breathing in, breathing out, get the health benefits of it. If you want to emphasize a certain weapon, you practice extending your inner energy or your chi to that weapon. And that takes a long time. So a lot of weapons will be largely used for your amusement, for your entertainment. But it also helps in your bare hand practice. Okay. That will about a third of what the whole thing is. Again, that was done great. Any questions on the martial arts application? One thing I will have to mention one other thing. The training methods of the application will start very slow with the pushing hands up to build up the sensitivity, also going to different body forms. We practice turning the enemy power away, turning away. So he slides on there. Push it, push it, push it, push it. There's a slight turn and the power will go aside. Okay, that's just one of the many forms we have forms also that move, step, step, punch, engagement. Okay, until we're able to use it in a fighting, in free fighting in Tai Chi called pushing. Okay, so in that respect, Tai Chi is similar to our Shaolin style, which you'll see a little bit later, in the sense that it's fast, but it'll differ in the sense that it'll be more smooth motions rather than a lot of punching and kicking. It'll be more step, pushing, and changing the body around. Any questions on Tai Chi?
And the art is Miso-Ki Bujitsu. It's a traditional Japanese sword technique. And at this point, I'll turn it right over to Kenneth and let the start.
Thank you. I'm indebted to Jeff for two reasons. One, all of the Japanese martial arts are indebted to the Chinese martial arts, specifically Tai Chi, which I believe is another art. The second reason I'm indebted to him is I also have a piece of paper to read. We are not a professional demonstration team. And, we know this. So I have to refer to some notes which I just wrote, which is why I was late getting here. But Bujitsu originally was a martial art, and it was practiced by members of the Bujitsu, members of the Buke, the warrior class. Over the years, it has been divided and subdivided again into specialties. And it is now the generic term encompassing all of the Japanese martial arts specialties. In the context of Japanese combat arts, specialty refers to a particular systematic method of using a specific weapon or method of attack. These specialties came to be known by the method or the weapon that they used. For example, the word kin means sword, so kin-jitsu was the art of the sword. Jiu-jitsu was the art of supplements. Bo-jitsu was stick fighting. It also included some collateral specialties such as ba-jitsu, fighting on horseback, and oyogi-jitsu, the art of swimming, grappling along the face of the body armor. Various occult arts collectively came to be known as ninjutsu, which was the art of stealth. Japanese, being the rigidly disciplined artists that they are, broke these specialties down into further specialties, and they created the do, the way of accomplishing, focusing all of your energies onto one specialty. So your separate arts in themselves, judo was developed from jiu-jitsu, kendo came from various kenjutsu arts, and oyogi-jitsu became sumo wrestling. There was an art of striking, of continuing to fight after you've been disarmed, and that became known as karate-do, the way of fighting independently. But Jiu-Jitsu is something more than just a mere discipline of calisthenics. It involves the mind. There's a merging of the utilitarian, the ritualistic, and the moral applications of potentially lethal forms of combat, which can and often did terminate a human life. In the classical sense, study in the review signified that a student came in and a number of different specialties were taught to him by various instructors in the same school. Mizuhi, meaning water and fire, we have encompassed the techniques or aspects from karate, aikido, jiu-jitsu, and kendo. And we have merged them into a modern, homogeneous martial art. We are not prepared to do a complete demonstration involving all of the aspects of our art. And in fact, we'll be going rather slowly, which might be an advantage to you so you can see the techniques. My students have only been studying the katana now for 5-6 months. And it takes approximately 10 years to master the katana. So we'll probably be a little nervous. And what we have developed was a scenario of a master swordsman sitting in a clearing and just meditating. And he is attacked by two ronin, masterless samurai, highwaymen, robbers, and whatever intent they have, he is the victim of it. So we're presenting 6 scenarios of what is going through this man's mind, weighing the various methods of defense against their attack. So, without further ado, second defense method going through his mind is like this. someplace which was predominantly neutral ground. When you walked in there, you must leave the katana at the door. The wakizashi always came with you. In fact, this knife that fell out is an eating utensil that fits in the pocket of this short sword. You are never without it. Sword. Sometimes in the course of enjoying your meal, somebody disturbs you. You're both doing it.
From Yan's Shaolin Kung Fu will be showing you techniques in Kung Fu. I think you'll enjoy this segment very much too, and I'll turn it over to the chief instructor.
Okay, again, everything that we're doing today is very informal. We put together this little demonstration over the past couple of days. Some of it we put together this morning, so you'll be able to get an idea of what we do. One thing I just want to explain what traditional Chinese Kung Fu is. I emphasize the word traditional. The same as Tai Chi, because we try to emphasize all the different aspects of traditional Chinese Kung Fu. What real martial arts is, what martial arts is to strive for, is self-defense oriented. Okay, punching is easy, kicking is easy. Kicking someone is easy. Okay, you can get very good at the punch or get very good at the kicking. But if the target's not there, it doesn't do any good. Self-defense is hard, but it's still not the hardest, because you can move, you stay away from your opponent. If someone's going to fight you, move back. Okay, you can maybe block or get away. That's not easy, but it's not the hardest. The hardest thing in martial arts is counterattack, and that's blocking and countering in a reflex situation. So you don't have to think about it. We'll be demonstrating some of those applications in a second. One thing, way traditional Kung Fu is taught is a step-by-step instruction. First thing is getting your body limber, getting loose, getting your body prepared for it, practicing fundamental forms to get the coordination right, just like Tai Chi. I won't go into too much of that. It's the same thing as Tai Chi, getting all the particulars down, then dwelling on it. Right now, I have my students come out here, and we're going to show a few fundamental forms before we begin. Line up. Okay, together. And you face back. Okay, ready? Finish. Come to this side. We'll do the first fundamental form. Come back to the left. Okay, ready? Okay. One thing I do is start out with fundamental forms. This is a fundamental form that practices the coordination of stepping toward the opponent, punching, kicking, punching, and blinking, and continuing that form to the other side. And I'm going to show you this one. Stagger your, don't everybody go to the next time. Okay? Some of you go to the next. Okay, let's try it. And begin. Punch. So this is the fundamental form practicing getting the weight power out, turning the body, and practicing the stability on a kick punch at the same time. Okay, that's good. Okay, another thing we want to do is another fundamental form is half step punching. Half step punching. Okay, and I'll explain the purpose of this when they get done. Half step punching. Begin. Okay, just real quick, the purpose of the half step punching. When someone punches, I'm going to half step to get my body in a new direction. If he punches here and I block, for me to get in, maybe I'm not quite close. Maybe I'm back here. I can't quite get in. Okay, instead of making this long step to get in, we have the habit the punch comes, block, and get in. So the purpose of the half step is very, especially in our fighting, we do lots of half steps where I go punch, step around, I step in, and get in. So the half stepping is very important. It's not done every time. Once the fighting situation starts, the movement is very continuous. It's not going to half step every time. Okay, let's do hopping. One method of getting in on the opponent is to hop in. Begin. Now here, I have to take more stride. Backwards. Begin. Getting in. One is walking. We're going to be walks for me. I'll walk back. First thing that happens, the situation is
Roger. Roger.
They get back. Very continuously, very steady.
I can't get him.
So don't go down. If I get back one step, but he keeps coming, what am I going to do then? Okay. That's a method of getting back to stepping. One, also, he steps in. Use my half step, get in on the other side. But also, when he's fighting, he doesn't want to stop him. So be punching, get into it, and moving and getting in. So everybody has to have a reaction to react according to whatever the situation is. And I'll explain that reaction. So those are some of the fundamental movements that we have. This hopping, then, for example here, let's say he punches. I block him again on the way here. I have an option. I can half step punch, get into the side. Or from here, I can block, hop, and get in. Okay? We want to have a variety of methods of getting in on your opponent and getting back to the side. So I go here, my front leg is forward here, but he blocks it, he comes into me, so right away I blend it with him and retreat accordingly. Okay. So the movement, the walking, one method of getting in, and stepping, hopping, another method of getting in, another method of getting in is jumping. Let's jump, front tactic. Begin. Okay, next one. Hop kick, step, kick, cheat turn. Begin. just had a 1 minute, and that's just a walk back, you'll be limited in what you can do, hopping, jumping, and so forth. Great. This side. Now what we did here, we're going to go the fight again. I can be walking toward him, we'll be walking back, and jump, step it up, and close the gap. First, let's build a hop kick, step, step, kick, step, step. For example, if I kick him 2 or 3 times, and if I just want to kick only, he'll just continue going back. So we'll try to kick him, but he doesn't let go. You can see how he quickly gets away from it, and that doesn't work. So, what we do, we write, I kick, step, 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 and then you close the gap again. In a real situation, you won't change your opponent more than a couple steps. As a matter of fact, in almost any self-defense situation in the street, any fight right away, you should not plan on it lasting any more than 5 seconds. Okay? If it lasts longer than that, then you both want to fight. So that's not the purpose of martial arts. If I try to get someone else, if I try to get him, he don't want me to get him. Let's say we're real good martial arts, I'm trying to get him, but he won't let me. Does that mean I'm bad? No. It just means that's not what martial arts is. Martial arts is the ability to defend yourself and then counter it. Someone can stay away from you all day long. Someone's on a street corner. Hey, come here. They get ready to fight you. You step back, you walk away, he stays there. Does that mean he won? No. It means there was never no fight to begin with. So what I try to do is put martial arts in perspective. If someone punches, then we take care of it with the first reaction, whether it be moving back or whether it be a sudden block and then attack. Okay? We have some more kicking techniques that we'll just show briefly. The first kicking one, keep way down the way, like step here, back to the second. Some of you go, then the rest of you go. Okay, this little form will involve 5 of our basic kicks. Okay, practice stability.
Can you have them go like one at a time?
No, that's not.
Oh, never mind.
That's better. Okay, begin. So these are 5 different kicks. Once you want to emphasize your kicks, and each kick is separate from each other. That's separate, 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 separate. Nobody. Everything is, you don't kick this one and then fall and try to kick the next one. Everything is independent. Each one is independent of the other. That's what this trains. Concentrate on this one, concentrate on this one. Also notice that everything we're doing is kicking from a naturally moving posture. Walk, right into the kick, right into the kick. Why? Because in traditional kung fu, that's the way the fighting is. Very continuous. So if I'm going to stop and kick, he's already moved out of the way, right? Well, when you're fighting, you don't want him to get too far away from you, but you need a chance to get in. And he should want to get you from you because he doesn't take a chance to get in. Okay, if you both play hard, then you can walk away to the fight. The ball play back. 5 times. Begin. This is our 3rd level kick that emphasizes coordination and jumping and body. So this one I will teach in the beginning, but you're not expected to get it to a 3rd level. And I teach an 8-level course. Not 8 courses, but I teach an 8-level schedule. Once you finish that schedule, there's no charge. And you continue practicing and developing your techniques. And that's one thing that's unique about traditional kung fu. There's no ending to how far you take it. Take it 5 years. 5 years later, you're a lot better. 5 years later, you're a lot better. Why? Probably it's not a lot of reaction training. One thing we're going to show now, fighting force. You have a partner fighting force. The ones you've been practicing, if you don't have a partner yet, just put this together this morning. You can be patient with it. Okay, face somebody. Face somebody. Okay, the first fighting force. Okay, we want to show some hand techniques here, and this is the fundamental training that we start at the first level. We practice our reaction training. Well, one thing we want to do is blend our forms with the opponent. You notice there'll be a lot of, we don't want a lot of insecure motion, but through practice and habit, same as Tai Chi, you get used to all the different forms. Okay, the first fighting form, very smoothly, you use power, begin. This is a standing situation. So the body turns, that's it down, that's down, that's down. Go down, go down. Stop. Double hand, double punch. Okay, next double punch, both hands, block, block. You can like to twist, shoulder twisting, or shoulder twisting. Okay, going down a little bit. Begin. Stop. Block, double punch. Number 3, block, double punch. Okay, do it slow enough. Show me, thank you. Okay. Shoulder form, shoulder form. Begin. Stop. Number 4, triple block. Okay. Begin. Okay, stop. Okay, number 5, kicking form. Jump, kick the hand, jump back, kick the hand. Sure. That side here first. Begin. Okay. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to explain a little bit what we just did briefly. The first one, right here. The first one, we want to practice the sensitivity of one person to the other. So when we punch off my child now, I'm wasting my energy. What I want to do is just turn. I turn, turn. Get harder, turn, turn, turn. The flash on the body, that's the purpose of it. We become part of each other. When you get used to it, a person can't touch you in that particular form. So one thing we try to do is become part of each other in the fight. We start blending with each other so that we're not like this, not coming to you punches. We want to become part of each other during the fight. First time I might do anything. I just did that. The second time comes. So the next form is someone trying to fight. If I block this way, if I block this way, not saying that way, if I block that way, that would be a good count. Here, try the elbow block. Show what? Block her elbow. So I'm saying, if I block this way, that would be a good count. If he comes this, that would be a count in this way. I block here, but he's ready to match. But that's my method. That's my method because he blocks there. I automatically do it here. But eventually he'll turn his hand to block this way. Well, I react to it. Eventually I can do what he does right. So there's no ending to how far you can take Kung Fu. The longer you do it, the more these reactions that you get. So that's why traditional Kung Fu, there's no such thing as a ranking system. In China, they don't have a ranking system. It won't make any sense. If you have someone who's got 10, 20 years of experience, they're going to be a lot better than someone who's got over 10, 5, because they can be practicing more, they got more habit. And that's what we're talking about as far as martial arts. How much habit, how much technique do you have? Okay, and that's what we strive to teach for our reaction training. Okay, little okay, for example, as we go through our training, we have many of these. That's the first level techniques. We have more levels, more, the second level, more, and the third level, and so forth. Okay, for example, on the third level, we begin the same story point, but look how we practice it. Go. So notice that half step is coming in again. So you see it's similar, but we found that moving type situation over and over. And the reason for that, one punches, up, get inside. Okay. The fundamental movement that saw at the beginning of class, is very, very important. It's necessary for the way we fight. We can't sit there and jump and stand and can't move. So if he jumps back, I'm going to go back. If he's attacking me, he wants to stick with me. So like so. So that's the way the fighting is both people are together. It takes a long time to get used to all this. When we start fighting, then little by little, some people come in. Everything here I'm doing is based on the reaction training of all these fundamental forms, and gradually builds into free fighting. So our first step of free fighting will be like this. Whoop. So he's countering. We're not just throwing punches. When he punches, I know he'll block this one. That's why I go there. He knows I'm going to go there. You saw his hand react. That's what martial arts is. Okay? I block here. Well, keep on my will cover this. I know that. And he knows I'm coming here. That's why he does that. Eventually he'll all do that. So the way I'm moving this free fighting situation is all very gradual training. We don't wear protective gear. I don't believe in them. They give you a false sense of security. You can't use all your techniques, you know. But no one gets hurt in class because we start out so easy. We have a couple of you come out here. Like Steve, Roger, and Ray, and Manas and Al. Okay, at the first level of free fighting, first stage is free fighting. Okay, it's very slow. Show the very first stage is very, very slow. Okay, very slow. Speed in. Slow, Roger, slow. No, do that. Wait a minute. So the first stage, so let's slow down. Okay, one thing we're trying to do, okay, thank you. One thing we're trying to do is whatever the one person does, is they react accordingly to what the other person. You block two, comes in here, and that's the first stage. The first stage of free fighting. And it's hard to go over this, so I realize when we're going to show, because they have certain habits to get in. Some things we have a habit of just punching. And then later, you get the habit of counterattacking. And once you get that habit of counterattacking, it's hard to not counterattack. And that's the case because we try to perform, they go to that habit, self-defense habit. So it's a good habit to have. Okay. Any questions on our reaction training and our fighting strategies? Okay, that's what I want to say about our training methods and so forth. Now what we're going to do, which is a benefit mainly to our students to get them used to performing, we put this together real fast. We're going to show a series of performances, bare hand weapon and fighting sequences. Okay, and usually we do a lot of things on the floor. We're going to do them on a carpet today. We may not be totally used to it, so bear with us. But you can get an idea of some of the forms we're going to do. One thing to notice of that unique in our style is the continuous motion on all the stuff that we do. I want to blend very smoothly with the next one. And that's what I want to do, especially in the fighting sequences. Notice the whole people are together very much. Okay? And it takes that one between opponents to be able to defend themselves effectively. Okay, so I won't be talking too much now. I'll just let them perform these, and at the end, after we have about 14 different sections here, and I think you'll enjoy all of them. At the end, we'll show some hand control techniques on chin up. Okay. Then Begin. Release. Number 2. Attack. Release. 3. Attack. Release. Number 4. Attack. Release. Thank you. A quick word on the hand control technique. Just like the fighting, these are counterattacking. If someone attacks, or someone grabs a hand, what we do is cover, otherwise we just let go. So we get in very quickly before we have a chance to react. We all say, don't down us first. He has to be first. If I go down, I can control it, so I'll go down. I take part of the way down, he'll go down only as far as taken. So I go down the rest of the way. Next other one. Someone controls here, the same thing, I control there. Okay? So all of these, if you have to tighten up, it will work. So that's the defense for it. So right away, if I did that, I have to turn and control another part. In this case, it would be the shoulder. Okay. Same with the hands. Same on the other hand, turn. This is the same technique in the first one. Here. Step here. We have to go back. Also, someone punches with the right hand. Right leg forward. We have control fingers the leg of the belt. Inside, and then you pass around there. Also, with the right leg, the leg forward. So in the course of fighting line, he punches, you want to cover, get it in. Okay, that's all. It doesn't just happen, you're going to try to do it. You can tell what's happening. In the course of a fight, my legs meet in there and make a wall. Okay, the chin eye is not, you can learn it very quickly, but to be able to do it quickly, it takes a lot of practice. So someone grabs the chest, here, control over. You get to a certain point where he can bear it. After one little point, I think the water could go to sensitive here in the first one. Defense against you has to tighten it. So if someone grabs right away, you just have to do it, but if he's tied right away, you can't do it. Someone grabs, he tries to pull back, I follow back in. And that's when you control it. Okay. Someone's not just going to grab you, all right, what are you going to do? Okay, that's not the case. It's a case where I punish you, block you, cover this. Punish you, block, so that's what I can do. So we grab a lot here. He punches this one, or grab, whatever's open, whatever's convenient at the time, we try to react to that. Any questions? Any questions? And shoot. Got it? Thank you very much.
Here's John. Welcome, John.
My name is John Nestor. I'll be assisted by Osmani Casillo. So we'll be presenting to you gymnastics as an everyday basic exercise, plus its benefits in martial arts. We have our presentation broken up in 3 scenes. The first scene is basic and advanced tumbling skills. The second scene is hand spotting. The third scene will be tool and weapon spotting. Second scene is hand spotting.